Article 274 of the Indian Constitution deals with a procedural requirement for certain types of bills related to taxation and revenue distribution between the Union and the states. Here's a simplified explanation of its provisions. 1. Prior recommendation of the President, Clause 1. Scope of the bills. This provision applies to bills or amendments that impose or vary taxes, duties in which states have a vested interest. Redefine agricultural income under laws relating to Indian income tax. Affect the principles governing the distribution of revenue between the Union and states under this chapter of the Constitution. Impose a surcharge for Union purposes under the provisions of this chapter. Requirement: any such bill or amendment cannot be introduced or moved in either House of Parliament unless the President has given prior recommendation. 2. Definition of tax or duty in which states are interested, Clause 2. This clause clarifies the meaning of taxes or duties that concern states. A. Taxes, duties whose net proceeds, partially or fully, are assigned to any state. For example, certain taxes collected by the Union may be shared with the states. B. Taxes, duties whose net proceeds are used to make payments to states from the Consolidated Fund of India. Key points. Why this article is important? It ensures that states' financial interests are protected and that any changes affecting their share of taxes or revenue distribution are made with due consideration and presidential approval. Presidential role. The President's recommendation ensures that such bills align with constitutional principles and prevent arbitrary or unilateral decisions by Parliament. Intergovernmental relations. This article underscores the collaborative fiscal federalism structure of India, balancing the financial powers and responsibilities of the Union and the states. The Constitution of India. Part 12. Finance, Property, Contracts and Suits. Chapter 1. Finance. Distribution of revenues between the Union and the states. Article 274. Prior recommendation of President required to bills affecting taxation in which states are interested. 1. No bill or amendment which imposes or varies any tax or duty in which states are interested, or which varies the meaning of the expression agricultural income as defined for the purposes of the enactments relating to Indian income tax, or which affects the principles on which under any of the foregoing provisions of this chapter monies are or may be distributable to states, or which imposes any such surcharge for the purposes of the Union as is mentioned in the foregoing provisions of this chapter, shall be introduced or moved in either House of Parliament except on the recommendation of the President. 2. In this article, the expression tax or duty in which states are interested means a. A tax or duty the whole or part of the net proceeds whereof are assigned to any state, or b. A tax or duty by reference to the net proceeds whereof sums are for the time being payable out of the Consolidated Fund of India to any state.